as it does with most things, social media kind of ruined the charm of a holiday like Mother's Day. You know, it's supposed to be wholesome. It's supposed to bring family members together. But people on TikTok and people who are completely chronically online cannot tolerate something like that. So they had to come and ruin it. First off, this mom influencer, which we call a momfluencer these days, she took to TikTok to say that Mother's Day is specifically not for grandmothers. They should be shut out of this holiday.
Let's listen to what she has to say.
Is Mother's Day not Grandmother's Day? Don't worry, I've talked to my mom about this. She's fine with it. During my first Mother's Day, we established these rules because I was pretty sad. I had spent the whole Mother's Day coordinating grandparent visits, and I didn't get to do anything for myself, and I was like, I'm not doing this again. Usually I make a plan ahead of time and talk to my husband about it. I like to usually go out to brunch, and then we come home and we all garden, and I like to have some alone time gardening and then read my book for a little bit and get a pedicure.
Oh, stop.
Then we have like a family dinner. It's usually just very chill at home. We celebrate my mom and my mother-in-law on different days. We do the same thing on Father's Day. My husband gets to choose what he wants to do. And then we see my dad and my father-in-law on different days. This may ruffle feathers for some people, but that's what I want to do. And I made the boundary, and I'm the one deep into the mothering right now. And so I'm going to take the day how I want to take the day.
Rotator cuff surgery from patting yourself on the back. And
Like,
also,
That's great that they like have a system that like works for them or whatever, but why did you feel the need to suggest it to everyone else?
Does she feel that her mother is not her mother now that she's a mother? It's like they it's like a title you
she's like mothering harder right now.
I also like
she's mothering.
I love this notion
Your
that
mom.
like my favorite thing that women do that isn't something men do is like they do something unbelievably awful, and then they talk about they actually
How it's
broadcast
self-care?
how they're forgiving themselves for it. and they're like, I've made the choice to forgive myself. Well, that's big of you.
I made the choice to forgive myself for cheating on my husband.
Yeah, like look, it was a mistake, and I've punished myself for. It's been like 8 minutes. It's been like 8 minutes. He's still mad, and she's like in the background. He's like, you cheated on me, and she's like, look, he's been mad for at least 9 minutes. And I'm making the decision here and now to forgive myself for my mistakes. This is kind of in the same vein as every time it's more common on Father's Day when a bunch of people say my mom was my mom and my dad, so therefore it's Father's Day. It's Father's Day for her. I guess you could make sure that's the fault of the men for leaving home and not taking care of their kids, but the point is, it's in the same vein of that discussion.
Yeah, I just think, there's a holiday. Some people don't celebrate it. You don't need to be the center of attention if, it's Christmas and you're not Christian,
Also,
right?
like, physiognomy remains undefeated once again.
You think so
She
in this
looks
case?
exactly like the person who would make that point.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just the
Audrey.
smirk.
She even talks about the books she's reading. I'm like,
Does she read Colleen Hoover?
dude, she's reading.
Does she curl up with a good book? She specifically curls up with a good book.
She posts pictures of the book on Instagram.
No, but I mean, the infographics are out of control when it comes to Mother's Day or Father's Day. It's like everyone feels like they have to be part of it. Like they have to feel included. And I saw this insane one that says, who to give extra care to on Mother's Day.
There's that self-care stuff again.
So here's the list. Anyone who is a mom. Okay, sounds reasonable. Anyone who is a bonus mom. Never heard of that before.
Mom.
Don't know what that is.
Wait. Does that have anything to do with the bonus hole? Because if it has anything to do with the bonus hole,
I hope not. Anyone who has lost their mom. Okay, that's nice.
Brad, we're in there.
That is true.
Everyone's included. Anyone who has a difficult relationship with their mom.
So humans, okay.
Okay. Anyone who yearns to be a mom. And finally, anyone who has chosen not to be a mom.
The only way this could be worse is if they included pet moms.
On Mother's Day, you need to take extra care to celebrate people who have chosen not to be moms.
But me and Brett are over that. We're third.
Yes.
So we're our Mother's Day.
And by the way, it's Birthing Person Day. It's not Mother's Day.
right.
That's offensive and it excludes people.
Your
So
mom is not a woman. It's a person with a cervix.
yeah, it's just child-free propaganda everywhere.
Did you message your woman with a cervix?
The
I
person
did.
with a cervix?
I did wish my birthing person a happy Birthing Person Day.
That's nice.
Anyone who yearns to be a mom, you can do that the day after Mother's Day when they're sad that they're not a mom yet.
It's actually also Gestator Day. You have to
You're
wish
on
your
a
mother
roll.
happy Gestator Day.
Yeah, a gestator day. It's like the movie Alien.
Gestator day.
I just have you noticed that, like, it's kind of like when we're talking about inclusivity in movies and television. Nothing is allowed to just be what it is for a small subsect of people anymore. Everything has to be homogenized and ruined.
I feel personally victimized by the existence of this national holiday because it doesn't specifically apply to me.
My favorite part, the answer to all of this should have been the same one that every 5-year-old got when they complained on Mother's and Father's Day. Why isn't there Kids Day? And their parents go, because every day is Kids Day.
It was the perfect rebuttal.
It was.
And some
So-
people need to hear it.
So what everyone says, like, why is Mother's Day only about mothers? Because every day is mentally ill person's day.
Amen.
Yeah.
Just, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
And you know, just to pile on top of the fact that parents in general are kind of shit on a lot in society these days because people hate families, they hate kids, and they're like, get kids off of planes, out of any communal area, out of restaurants.
There should
They're
be
not
an
allowed
airline
it.
with no babies.
I disagree. That's anti-natalist propaganda, and it has no place in a society that wants to actually replace itself for the next
Just
generation.
one airline where you pay a premium.
Then you better pay like twice as much.
Why? No.
If you want luxuries like that, you should fly private.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
So
But
the airline does
there's
exist.
enough people shitting on parents and shitting on children in general in this society.
I had the same,
They can choose one day where they shut the F up.
Yep. It's like when we were talking about the article written about Doctor Who, and it talked about the writer wrote, I loved its themes of found family. And I immediately get annoyed because even though I too enjoy those types of stories, I understand that for the most part, from the progressive lens, the idea of found family isn't a positive one. It is designed as propaganda to replace your family. Oh, your dad likes the last president? No contact. Because your parents are bad people.
Dude, there's
it's evil.
There is extremely toxic energy in Facebook mom groups.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think there's a spirit of that type of rhetoric in those groups where they're like, "Oh, your mother-in-law held your baby for 15 minutes longer than you wanted her to. Go no contact. She brought that food that she knows your dog is allergic to. No contact.
Yeah.
Cut toxic people out of your life. Cut toxic family members out of your life.
This is 110%
Yeah.
like this, and this has been going on Instagram for a really, really long time. Like even before Twitter, I would gather that.
I mean, it's on Reddit,
They
too,
love
a
the
lot.
idea of getting you away from anyone that has actual ties to you that are supposed to be deeper
Mm-hmm.
than just superficial.
Only boomers.
You
No,
should go no contact
no.
with the boomers.
No, you're saying they should, or you're saying that only boomers think that?
No, like they avoid contact.
Even no, I think here's the
Only
thing. The whole point is that you should be angry at the boomers, but your family ties should run deeper than your hatred of boomers.
Yes. Correct.
Dane's like, I disagree.
Gen X is okay. Only boomers. I read this about me. I don't know.
Are your in-laws Gen X or boomer?
Gen-
don't even know.
boomer? Boomer.
I just
Well, there you go.
like this is just
You
one
tolerate
of those,
their boomerness.
This is just one of those things that it's anybody who does the no contact things. And again, every circumstance is different. Nobody's saying that if you were abused by a family
Yes.
member that you shouldn't go no contact.
That goes without saying.
That goes without saying, and do not pretend like you think that that's what we were saying, because it's not. What we're saying is that if Jennifer Lawrence is like, I had to work really hard to forgive my parents for being Trump supporters, if you cut ties with people that vote differently than you but otherwise treated you well, you're insane.
Yes.
You're psychotic. It's bonkers. Okay.
And people in general need to learn that, not every day and not every place is supposed to include you. And, you're not actually all that special, despite what Instagram infographics tell you.
But you know what I was wondering? On a holiday as momentous as Mother's Day, what does Gypsy Rose Blanchard have to say about it?
I am so curious to find out.
Let's
Let's hear it from her.
A whole language. I didn't know what slay or mother or anything.
Are you sure, Gypsy Rose Blanchard? You didn't know what slay or mother meant?
Mother?
Mother.
Specifically, both of them together?
Fair point. If there was ever a day that perhaps Gypsy Rose Blanchard would want to take off social media, it might be
Who is this
Mother's
person?
Day.
Oh, it's the true
that
crime
was
local
a devilish
celeb who
smile from
It's
old
the
Daphne.
lady
Killed her
who
mom. She killed her mom.
she
She had her boyfriend kill
She had her
mom.
boyfriend kill her mom because her mom was purposely making her sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm telling you, that plastic surgery is going to backfire on her now that she's trying to look all elitist.
She doesn't actually look that different.
But-
that TikTok's quite clever now.
yeah.
With all the
We
context.
just assumed that you knew the context, but I guess
did
we're
not.
crazy for
Yeah.
knowing the context.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.